first Fleetwood manager ever to win a cup game in this competition.
Yeah, last week we had the first academy player to make his appearance in the league, so another first. That's the beauty of being at a club like Fleetwood. You know, there is a lot of history out in front of us that the club, you know, the owner is a very ambitious man, and obviously you know, the lads have got the job done tonight. I thought we were absolutely superb, and you know, anybody who was at the game tonight knows we were more than worthy winners tonight.
Did you feel when you missed those early chances they might come back to bite you?
No, I mean, you know, that's a game of football, and credit to Crewe. You know, we did. You know, I said to the lads at half time, we just need a little bit more quality in there. I mean, Conor McElhenney hits the post and comes out. I think if that goes in, it's probably a long, hard night for Crewe due to our quality. But they stayed in the tie. Bit of a scrappy set play that we think we could have defended a bit better, and you know, they get the noses in front, albeit probably against the balance of how the game was. You know, we challenged the lads at half time to take it on. We said that is cup football, sometimes things don't go your way, and I thought second half we were absolutely scintillating at times.
Golden substitution, you throw Jason Holt on. What a 45 minutes he gave you.
Oh, he's a tremendous player. You know, that was the reason we wanted to bring him to the football club. You know, obviously we made a load of changes tonight, such as my confidence in the squad. We've got some good players at this football club, and we were confident to get them in. Unfortunately for Nathan Sheeran, I would have left Ches on. I thought he was playing well, but he picked up a yellow card, and obviously the way the crowd were a little bit precious here, and I felt they were baying for blood a little bit, and obviously you don't want a young kid to be making his you know, a senior start and end up with an early bath. That doesn't help the team, it doesn't help his confidence. So you know, we took him out the game just to protect him a little bit, and then you know, the wee man comes on and it just showcases what a phenomenal little player he is. And you know, he probably should have had a second goal. We've looked back at the incidents, he was actually level, which we felt in real time. You know, the officials, you know, without on the balance of it, you know, did relatively well, but you've got to get key decisions like that. As it is, you know, the justice prevails because the better team on the night won. I mean, Al Cairns has pulled off a save that is worthy to win any cup tie. So on the whole, really delighted to get in the next round of the cup, but it just shows the strength and depth that we've got at this football club. With
those views on how your team played tonight, have one or two given you some pause for thought for Saturday's team against Rochdale?
Yeah, I mean, look, the team in the early stages of the season, you know, places are up for grabs. You know, we spoke to the lads before and said, you know, every day is a job interview, and it really, really is. You know, we're at the stage where we've got real competition for places. Loads of options. We're getting lads coming back to fitness. Chris Long gets on the pitch. He's missed a body of training. You know, I thought Harrison Biggins in central midfield today was excellent. You know, for a young lad, I thought he was absolutely outstanding. Wes Burns, Paddy Madden led the line, skipper tonight, and I think he set the tone for the whole squad. And then we've seen, you know, the quality of Keane Bolger and Tommy Spare. You know, that real assuredness in the back line. I thought they were superb. Marshall in the defence. So a real good team performance. As I say, we're a little bit disappointed we didn't win it in 90 minutes, but thankfully we get the game and we get ourselves in the half for the next round.
More imminently than that, you want to put things right in front of your home fans, Rochdale, to come on Saturday.
Yeah, you know, again another test, a different test from tonight, but we'll pick the bones out of tonight's game, make sure we give the lads the right messages about some of the things we're taking from the training ground into the game tonight. And the great thing for us is we're starting to see the hard work and the planning and the execution now onto the pitch, which is always pleasing as a group of coaches. You know, it is really pleasing when the lads start taking on little things. I mean, they wouldn't be noticeable maybe to the naked eye, but for us as coaches, you know, we've got a great group in there, real team, real set of men, and they're open to learning, which is important. And you know, that's why they get, you know, the rewards of being the first Fleetwood side to get into the next round of the cup. A little bit of history.
And finally from me, just tell us, real quirk of fate, all your years in football, first time you've been involved in any capacity in a penalty shootout?
Yeah, well, unless I've lost sight of it, but I've played in testimonials where there's been penalty shootouts. I think my last one I can remember was under 14 for Knowsley Schoolboys against Powys, and I missed and hit the bar, so it wasn't a favourable experience. So yeah, I mean, it was a strange scenario, but we'd practiced them during the week. We knew the new rule coming in the EFL that it was, you know, the Carabao Cup. It was penalties at the end of 90 minutes. So, you know, we were absolutely thorough in our preparation, made sure we practiced them with a little bit of chaos going on in and around it, because that's what happens, as you see in the end behind the goal. And practice makes perfect. And I think the lads, even Harrison's penalties, a fantastic save from their keeper. So we all hit the target. 4 out of 5 scored, and it's in the next round of competition.
Well done, thank you.
Thank you.
And Ash Hunter and Alex Kearns, the heroes from that penalty shootout as well. Pleased with those two?
Pleased with everybody, Rosie. It is a real squad effort. We had Wes Burns and Paddy come off the bench Saturday to win a penalty, and obviously Pad scores it to see the game out. And the great thing is the subs are coming in and making an impact, so it shows you how together and how much of a squad we are. Holty comes on, I thought it was magical, real pleasure to sit and watch him from the sideline there. And then Chris Long comes on, scores his penalty. Ash Hunter comes on, and I never had any doubt that Ash Hunter would score. Such is the form he's in at the minute. He's an absolute credit to his profession. He's come through a little bit of a teething issue with us in terms of what we expect from him, but now he's reaping the rewards of that. He's a real team player, and he gets his goal, and I'll get the headlines because it's a wonderful save. But obviously Ash has still got to go on and seal the deal, and I think the keeper was messing about, a little bit of histrionics, but if anybody knows Ash, they know that he doesn't get affected by that. I think the keeper told him he knew which way it was going, and history tells us that he was wrong.
Yeah. And just a check from me, the players that weren't involved tonight, no injuries there, just a case of resting them up ahead of Saturday's game. Yeah, we've got a good squad, and the games come thick and fast. I think we go Saturday, Wednesday again. So the games come thick and fast at this level, and as I say, we needed to find out tonight whether we could trust guys to go in and share the workload, because over the course of the season, it's a hard campaign, and we think the lads are in superb physical condition, but you still have to see them out there. And I thought the lads who played tonight really took their performances on and said, look, I can play in this team and I want to be part of it. It'd be difficult for me to single any of them out, because on the whole I thought they were superb. Everybody who came in, I said to them in the dressing room there, they've thrown the gauntlet down. That is the level of performance. The lads set the bar Saturday in the win, and the lads tonight have raised the bar again, certainly in the second half. So very pleasing for us to see we've got that ability in the building, and we're looking forward to the challenge that awaits us at Highbury on Saturday. Yeah, really now looking forward to giving those home fans a real treat and getting your home form up to scratch now. Well,
we've only played one game there. We never had a pre-season game there because of the Alfie Bow concert, so it's not something that worries us. We know we can be better from the Wimbledon game, but also I think in the 2 performances since, we've shown our character, and that is a real steely, strong resolve. It wasn't easy. You go one behind in a cup tie, it's easy to feel sorry for yourself, especially when you're dominating the game. But you just look at the response from half time. There was no shouting and screaming in there. It was just, lads, just trust your processes, stick with it, keep trusting each other on the ball, and then the confidence will only flourish from that, because I thought they were absolutely superb. I don't know about you sitting up there, but it was a real footballing performance. Yes, we would have wanted to win the game in 90 minutes, but the Jason Holt goal, by the letter of the law, he's level, so he's onside. And also a little bit of composure in that final third. Paddy Madden had a great chance with his header. But that'll come. That'll come. The more and more we get in there, the more and more we'll start converting them chances. So, we had a lot of lads who started Saturday, not played tonight. So I think we made 6, 7, 8 changes. Didn't realise it was that many. 8 changes. So to make 8 changes and get that team performance is very pleasing. It shows just how good of a squad we have.
In the loan market, when it comes to that, any advancents on that?
We've still got a bit of time on that. I don't think it closes on the 31st. So we're looking, obviously, we'd spoken about, if we could improve the squad, we would. As of yet, we haven't. We're not just going to take a body, because we've got some good players here, and as it's shown tonight, we can shuffle the pack, and the strength and depth's very pleasing. So. The opportunity to strengthen in the loan, we do have one available. If it pops up and we've got a good someone who raises the level, then we'll do it. But if not, then we're quite comfortable with what we've got.